The classroom buzzed, desks scraped, children shouted, but in the back row a boy sat very still. His name was Leo. Leo didn't like school much. He felt small in his chair. He felt lost in the crowd. Teachers called on him, but he rarely knew the answer. Sometimes older boys whispered about Leo. They called him names. They laughed when he stumbled in the hallway. Leo wished he could disappear. Every day felt the same. The routine was predictable, almost comforting in its monotony. The bell would ring, signaling the start of another day, and students would shuffle to their classes, chatting and laughing. But for Leo, it was different. Leo would slip into class and try to blend in. He moved quietly, hoping not to draw any attention to himself. His goal was to be as invisible as possible. To avoid the prying eyes of his classmates and the probing questions of his teachers, he would stare at his books, hoping the words would magically make sense. The letters seemed to dance on the page, forming a confusing jumble that only added to his frustration. He wished for a moment of clarity, a breakthrough that never seemed to come. Other children raised their hands, eager to answer questions. They seemed to have all the answers, their faces lighting up with excitement. The classroom buzzed with energy, a stark contrast to Leo's internal struggle. Leo shrank in his seat. He felt small and insignificant, a shadow among his peers. The more they participated, the more he withdrew, retreating into his own world where he felt safe. He hated being called on. The mere thought of speaking in front of the class filled him with dread. His heart would race and his palms would sweat as he prayed not to be noticed. He hated the feeling of everyone staring. The weight of their eyes on him was unbearable, making him feel exposed and vulnerable. He wished he could disappear, to melt into the background and escape their scrutiny. Even some teachers seemed to find him amusing. They'd make light-hearted jokes, perhaps not realizing the impact their words had. To them it was harmless fun, but to Leo it was another reminder of his isolation. They'd make jokes about his quietness. The laughter of his classmates would echo in his ears, amplifying his embarrassment. He felt like an outsider, different and misunderstood. Leo felt his cheeks burn. The heat of his embarrassment spread across his face, making him wish he could vanish. He longed for the ground to open up and swallow him whole. He just wanted to be invisible, to fade into the background and escape the constant scrutiny. But no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, judged, and misunderstood. One day, Leo wandered into the school library. He had always seen the large wooden doors, but never had the courage to step inside. Today was different. Curiosity got the better of him. It was old and quiet, almost like stepping into another world. The air was thick with the smell of aged paper and ink, a scent that seemed to whisper secrets of the past. The shelves were filled with dusty books, each one a portal to a different time and place. Leo felt a sense of wonder as he ran his fingers along the spines. He'd never been inside before. The library was a treasure trove waiting to be explored, and he was the adventurer ready to uncover its secrets. He picked a book at random, his heart racing with excitement. The cover was worn, but the title intrigued him. It was about animals in Africa. The illustrations were vivid, bringing the savannah to life right before his eyes. As he read, the world around him faded away. The library's silence became the backdrop to his adventure. He forgot about his classmates, the noise of the playground, and even the passing of time. He forgot about his fear. The stories he read gave him courage and a sense of belonging. Leo read book after book. He learned about history, the wonders of science, and faraway lands filled with mystery and adventure. Each page turned was a new discovery, a new piece of knowledge that expanded his world. The more he read, the more confident he felt. Knowledge became his shield, and the library his sanctuary. In that dusty old library, Leo found a world of possibilities. Section 4. Confidence in every page. Leo was still quiet, but something had changed. He no longer felt afraid. He knew things now. He had something to say. One day, in history class, the teacher asked a question about ancient Rome. Leo surprised everyone, even himself, by raising his hand. He answered the question perfectly. The teacher was impressed. The other children stared in amazement. Leo smiled. He had found his voice. Section 5. Building an empire, brick by brick. Years passed. Leo grew up, his dreams growing with him. From a young age, he was fascinated by the world of business. always curious about how things worked and how they could be improved. He went to college still reading everything he could get his hands on. He learned about business, about finance, and about the intricacies of the corporate world. He spent countless hours in the library, absorbing knowledge like a sponge. He was particularly interested in the idea of building something from nothing. The concept of creating value where there was none before fascinated him. He would often sketch out business ideas and strategies, dreaming of the day he could put them into action. After graduation, he took the plunge and started his own company. It was a small operation at first, just a single-room office with a handful of employees, but Leo was determined to make it work. It was small at first, but Leo was driven. He worked late into the night, often being the last one to leave the office. His dedication was unwavering, and his passion was evident in everything he did. He worked hard, using all the knowledge he had gained. He wasn't afraid to make mistakes, viewing each one as a learning opportunity. He attended countless meetings, always looking for ways to improve and grow. He wasn't afraid to take risks. His company grew. Slowly but surely, his hard work began to pay off. He secured important clients and saw his business expand. It became successful beyond his wildest dreams. The company that started in a small office was now a major player in the industry. Leo's vision had become a reality. The once shy boy was now a respected businessman known for his innovative ideas and relentless drive. He was often invited to speak at conferences and share his journey, proof that even the quietest voice can change the world. Leo's story is a testament to the power of perseverance and the belief that with hard work anything is possible.